True Crimers, Partners in Crime. This is part 2, and I got so into my story and multitasking that I didn't realize that time ran out. I just got cut off, and instead of going back and trying to like redo it all, I just want this to be authentic. So this is part 2, and yeah, I apologize for that. I was talking about the Lilly and Jack Sullivan case, and again, quick disclosure, the following content is based on publicly available information as intended to inform and engage audiences interested in true crime. These are my thoughts, feelings, speculation. These are not facts. Please form your own opinion. Okay, let's get back into it. I am so sorry about that. So, part 2, we're talking about Lilly and Jack. So the two kids, the parents think they just wandered off or possibly abducted. The mother's interview. Oh, you know what? You guys have probably heard about this case if you follow true crime. I have some thoughts of my own, and these are my thoughts, my speculation. I don't believe the story. I think we're looking at another script. This feels like a Summer Walls case all over again, but in Nova Scotia. The Nova Scotia version of Summer Walls. It just sounds so scripted, and the mother was just so matter-of-fact, so unemotional. I caught the father at times talking about present tense at the beginning, but then he'd go into past tense when talking about the kids. You know, I don't know. So I just have, like I said, my gut is screaming. When the mother was just talking, she did not appear to be a mother looking, missing her children. And at the end, she said, I don't want to go another night without them, which I get, right? But typically, as a mother, you wouldn't be concerned about how you're feeling. All you need to know is that how your babies are. What are they going through? Are they hungry? Are they scared? Are they okay? Are they hurt? Are they cold? These are the thoughts that would typically go through your mind. And also, now she's left the property to go stay with her family because of the fight between families. So she's not even on the property. And that's another red flag to me, because as a mother, I'm going to be in those woods. I don't care who's going to stop me. I'm not coming out without my babies. I couldn't physically sit there anywhere, never mind leave the property. And I'm sorry, this is just my opinions. And if I sound judgmental, well, I'm sorry. It all sounds like bullcrap to me. It just does. She did say something about them being cold, and she hopes that it's sunny, they're warm. And anyway, it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and they're sleeping in and out with their baby, telling them to be quiet because they don't want to wake up the baby. Why are they not up with the kids, watching them? And she said they might be on the spectrum. I don't think diagnosed yet, but nevertheless, she knew there was kind of an issue because of school. So now you have another issue. Like, who was watching these children? It's 10 o'clock. They need to be fed. They said they heard Jack in the kitchen. Well, if this story was true, he's probably hungry. So anyway, let me get off that for a minute. So I have a few thoughts. My biggest question, and I asked this yesterday, is who besides the family, and I'm talking even like the grandmother, has last seen these children? Because, I didn't mention, they weren't in school the whole week before. Well, not the whole week. They went to school Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday there was no school, and they did not go to school Thursday or Friday. So I heard that it's possible the last person to see them was at school on Tuesday. Now I ask this because did something happen and they needed a few days to come up with their story, and then they executed it on Friday? Because that's what it sounded like to me. And so many people. Yeah, it's did something happen to these kids and I don't know who saw them last. That's what I want to know, because what made me think of that was the backpack. He says the backpack, she might be wearing the backpack and it might be dirty now because it's white and in the woods. Weird thinking, but did this backpack, did she have it because she went to school on Tuesday and then never made it home? And that's why she would have the backpack? And it's just a thought. My other thought is, from what we're hearing from neighbors and different things are coming out, that this was a party house. This is just rumor. This is a party house, and that, maybe certain things are happening at that house when you party. I don't want to use the word, but and could the kids have gotten into something when they're being unsupervised? That's not a absolute, wild thought, because, well, they weren't watching them that morning, according to them. So could they have gotten into something and something tragic happened, and instead of getting in trouble, they did something? Now, I did wake up to seeing that they were searching some waterways yesterday or last night. There's been no update, so I'm not quite sure what brought them to the waterways, or if it's just something more they want to search, or if there's a reason. Now, the other thing is, we don't know for a fact if the mother definitely, if the police definitely told the mother to not talk to media anymore. That's typically not the case. Typically, they normally want the mother to go on media to, make pleas to the public. And most typical mothers want to. They want to talk to whoever has their kid. They want to talk to the public to beg for help. And they want to talk to their babies. So, I don't know if that's true or not. But if it is true, another speculation I have is the mother left, blocked the stepdad. So, could the stepdad have done something and the mother knows and she's working with the police? Another thought, but the only reason I veer away from that a little bit is because of her interview. Oh, it was so matter of fact, and she said they were playing outside. If you are sleeping and you don't know what happened, how do you know that they were playing outside? Now, I guess they could possibly, to give her the benefit of the doubt, know that they went out the sliding door if maybe there's no other doors that these kids could actually access. So they could know that. It being so quiet, I don't know about all that. But to know that they were playing outside and they found out, and then she kind of said after, we found out after the fact. Well, if you don't know what happened, you would have no idea if they were playing outside. What if they were sick of you sleeping and they were hungry and they decided to pack up and go on a picnic, and that's why they have the backpack? And they never played outside. They just went outside and took off. However, with all the searching that happened, and I'm not saying it's impossible because kids have been found out of the search area before, people and kids. But what if, the chances of them finding not a trace of these children, not a footprint, I guess the footprint stopped at the road, which is another, down the driveway at the road, which typically means maybe they got into a vehicle. That's just something else. But they don't find a trace of these kids with drones and everything under the sun, infrared. These kids, they're only 6 and 4. How far can they go without being seen? I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's improbable. Anyway, this is getting super long. I haven't even touched on Sebastian yet. I hope you guys grab a coffee, because I have something to talk about a little bit different this week about Sebastian Rogers. So this is going to be a long one. Sorry, but maybe not so sorry. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. I'm not sure when I'm going to post this. Get comfortable and let's talk. So anyway, I'm running out of time. I'm going to go over to part 3, and I hope to see you there. See you soon.